Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm not going to do a whole lot of rambling because first of all, it is late. I am filming this video like right now, today, and I also will be uploading it later today, and I do not have that much time left, okay? In this video, I'm going to be giving you guys a fall makeup tutorial. Very easy, very simple. It's gonna make you look like you took so much time and effort to look fabulous during these fall months. Well, soon to be fall months, but it only took you probably about 20 minutes tops. Yes, I was born in October, so my birthday's coming up. Fall actually is like my favorite season. I love sweaters, I love hot chocolate, I love Halloween, I love pumpkins. Everything that has to do with fall, I love. Like, it is so near and dear to my heart. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling. We're gonna get into this tutorial. Okay, so my eyebrows are already done. I didn't do anything special with them, so that's why they are not featured in this segment. The first thing that I'm going to do is moisturize my face because I actually just washed my face and I didn't add any moisturizer or anything, so ooh, my face is kind of dry. And now we're gonna go in with primer, and for today's primer I'm using the Too Faced Major Hangover primer. I've actually never used this primer before, but I've always heard so many great things about it, so this will be my first time using it. It's in like this little pump bottle, hopefully. So I'm only gonna use a little bit. It feels like a very thin lotion. It doesn't really have a smell, honestly, but so far it feels very nice. And honestly, it literally just feels like a lotion. I'm going to take my eyeshadow base, and this is the P. Louise eyeshadow base in the shade Rumor number 4. And I'm just gonna put just a little bit. You don't need a lot because this base is very, as you can see, thick. Now I'm just blending it out with this is actually a crease brush from Real Technique, but I usually just use this for blending out eyeshadow bases or like blending out small spots on my face. I don't know why. I've actually never used this as a crease. I've actually never used this as a crease brush. Maybe I will one day. Okay, so now for the eyeshadow. For my transition shade, I'm actually going to use this peach palette, this peach blush palette from Makeup Obsession. And I'm going to be using a mix of these two colors, which is Hint and Bloom, and I'm going to use that as my transition color. I really have been liking this shade as a transition color lately. Like, just for a lot of my just everyday normal makeup looks, I just think it's really pretty. And it's kind of perfect, actually. Like, it's just a really nice, subtle, soft shade. Now, from my Morphe Boss Mood palette, I'm taking this orange right here, but I'm just going in really, really lightly at first. I'm just blowing it out just a little bit, not too much. Now, with the same brush, I'm going in with this red-ish color right here, like a brick red, maybe. I'm finishing up the outer corner with that red shade. And I'm concentrating this red right here because I don't really want it to blend too much. Like, I want it to blend to look like a transition, but I want it to still be noticeable that there is a color change. So I'm just taking the same brush and just darkening it up right here. And I'm bringing it a little bit in, kind of like to halfway well, a little less than halfway in my lid. Now I'm taking this light shimmer shade. Ooh. This is like the lightest shade in the entire palette, but the rest of that lid space, I'm just taking up with the shimmer. Okay, and now with the same brush that I used to do the red and the orange, I'm just going over lightly where the shimmer is, just to kind of help blend it out a little bit, or well, more so blend it together. Okay, and that's it. See, simple. 3 colors, two mattes, 1 shimmer. It's just all about the blending. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the other eye, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna do the face. All right, so now I'm going in with some eyeliner. Now this is not going to be a wing. This is just going to be eyeliner on the lid, just along the lid, so that when you put your lashes on, it has somewhere to go. That's it. I don't want to take too much away from the actual wing that the eyeshadow is creating. Add some mascara to those lashes so that they blend with the false lashes better. Moving on into face, I am using my Makeup Revolution Like Skin. I think that's what it's called. A little bit goes a long way with this one because it is pretty full coverage. I've actually really grown to like this foundation a lot. I kind of got it on a whim just to try because I needed a new foundation, and I ended up really liking it. So that is a plus. Take whatever is left and put it all on my forehead. Now for concealer, I'm actually using a different concealer today, as you saw in the title. I am using the Too Faced Sweet Peach Concealer, and these are instant full coverage color correcting matte concealers, and I opened them already. I haven't used them yet, but opened it and it smells so good. So I got 1 lighter shade and 1 darker shade because just in general, a lot of the times I tend to get 2 shades when it comes to like foundation and concealer if I'm getting it online, because sometimes it's a little bit hard to match, especially when I've never used their, like, well, I've used the brand before but never used like their concealers or anything. So everyone's coconut is not the same coconut, okay, if you get what I'm saying. This shade is Cappuccino, and this actually looks very similar to the color concealer that I've been using already. And then this shade, which is a little lighter, is the shade Peanut Butter, and it actually does look like peanut butter. That's really funny. And I think I'm going to go with Peanut Butter today. All right, so because this is a pot, I've actually never worked with concealer from a pot before. It's always been from like a tube or like a doe foot applicator, but this is my first time. So I'm taking just a flat brush. I don't know if this is actually a concealer brush. I just know that it is a flat brush, and just going here. I'm only using a little bit because this is actually really thick now that I see how it goes on, and like it's really thick. It's also not super liquidy like what I'm used to with most of my concealers. I'm usually used to them being very liquidy. This one is more on the drier side. So I'm gonna take the rest of that and put it here. And just take whatever's left and put it up there. This concealer is already pretty, it's not necessarily dry, but it's already pretty like thick. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's not necessarily dry, but it's not so much on the wet side. It's more like a I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. But basically what I'm trying to say is I don't really feel like I need to let this dry down a lot. So far, wow. The blending is just seamless. It's very nice. I like it a lot. And like I said, it smells really good. Like it's not super heavy on the perfume, but it like literally smells like really subtle of peaches. It's very nice. Wow, I really like that a lot. Now I'm taking my OG, okay? I haven't used this in so long, but this is like my favorite setting powder. And it's really expensive. Like it's normally like $35, but I got it on sale for $20. And my oh my, it is just so amazing. So it actually has this little like mess control cap that I actually really like. So I open it and I just tap what I need into the cap here. And I don't need a whole lot, so I just take that much. This honestly like gives me a little bit of nostalgia, because when I say I used to use this powder every single day, I definitely went through a phase like when I was younger, a little bit younger, where I wore makeup like pretty much every day, and this was a no-brainer. Like, oh my gosh, I had so many other powders and I didn't use any of them because this powder is just, oh my gosh, it leaves such a nice, look at that, seamless, like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to have this powder again. I was in love with this powder. Now I'm just taking a little bit of my e.l.f. contour. Now for the under eye, I'm going to take this smudger brush. I'm going to dip into brown. Okay, and now I'm going back into the orange. And for my inner corner highlight, before I forget, because I always do, I am going to take this orange shimmer shade. Next is blush. And that same palette that I used for my transition shade, this peachy palette, is what I'm going to be using. To take the shade Bloom for this one. And for highlight, I'm going into my Huda Beauty Golden Sands palette, and I'm going to take this shimmer, which is called Aruba. You guys know how I normally love my super long, fluffy, gaudy lashes, but today I'm going to go a little bit light, okay? A little bit light. They're still kind of long, but, and we're gonna pop these on because I really want the eyes to be the star of the show. Now I'm gonna add some setting spray. We're gonna get a little fancy, okay? I am going to actually put on some orange lipstick, but wait, hear me out. We're going to layer, okay? I'm taking my Dose of Colors liquid matte lipstick in the shade Chocolate Wasted, and I'm just dotting the outside. Then I'm taking my Juvia's Place Carnival lipstick in the shade Solly. And then I'm going to blend. All right, guys, so that is it for my fall makeup look, or my fall makeup tutorial, whatever you want to call it. I hope it wasn't too, like, I don't know. I hope that it was actually like pretty simple, because I don't want it to be like, oh, you think it's simple because you do makeup all the time, blah, 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 blah. Look, I really wanted this to be like a simple look. When it comes to the eyeshadow, it really is all about the blending. You know, you just need to make sure that everything is blended and seamless, and that is really what creates an amazing eyeshadow look, or just those eyeshadow looks that is just like, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Trust me, it's the blending. It's the color combinations as well, but mostly the blending. Because I feel like you can really make any color combination work just as long as it is blended, okay? Thank you guys for watching this video with me. Thank you for holding out, okay? Thank you for holding on to the day until I finish this upload, because my oh my, it has been a time, okay, today. Like, literally recording and editing and posting in the same day is like, oh my gosh, it's so stressful. And then on top of that, my data and my Wi-Fi is just not working. Like what? Let me get off this thing so I can go and edit and post. Do not forget to like, right, and subscribe, okay? If you made it to the end of this video and you haven't subscribed already, what are you doing? Go subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.